The Western is the most notorious film genre of American cinema and even American culture itself. We've seen the genre evolve from short stories in the late 1800s to cinematic performances which have captivated, romanticized, and even insulted America throughout its time.
To once and forever wipe out all white.
Two movies that both compare and contrast this genre also show the evolution of the Western film in mythology. The two films are Howard Hawks' 1959 Rio Bravo
I thought you would.
and Clint Eastwood's 1992 Unforgiven.
Just hold it right there. Hold it!
One changing aspect of Western, from then and now, is the hero or anti-hero of the movie. In the past, the hero was mainly the sheriff or an unshakable character with moral good. Nowadays, the main character is not always the sheriff, nor do they always show moral goodness.
Any man don't want to get killed. Better clear on out the back.
One of the most noticeable social aspects is the lack of African Americans and minorities being overly exaggerated and often misrepresented in the films. In Rio Bravo, we see Mexicans portrayed as uneducated and submissive.
If I'm asleep at sunup, wake me.
But it's not enough.
Will you?
Bueno, señor. I say no more. Have a good sleep.
On the contrast, Unforgiven seems to break these rules, as the casting of Morgan Freeman, playing the character Ned, is one of the lead roles, and is not only a main character, but is also the voice of reason throughout the movie.
With any luck, we'll find him by nightfall or in the morning. Then we can shoot him and head on back with the money.
Native Americans' role in Westerns seem to be the most controversial, as they were often portrayed as savages in the early movies, and even miscasted as the wrong tribe.
Well, I think that the bottom line is they weren't looking for an accurate portrayal. They weren't trying to tell a Native American story. They were trying to tell a Euro-American story.
Another contrast in these two films is the way the characters actually looked. In the 1950s, the portrayal of each character was often that of models, whereas in Unforgiven, we see a more natural look, where the people seem as if they belong in that era. The boom in Western films truly expanded after World War II, with a subliminal emphasis on patriotism and the home front. Westerns are very symbolic of this nature. In Rio Bravo, it is the epitome of a Western from this early era. Following every cliché involved with the genre, John Wayne symbolizes the American patriot, masculine, brave, and always prevailing against the odds.
Chance? I'm not gonna hurt him. Get up. They're all in it. Whole lot of them.
Another interesting aspect of Westerns that reflect the business and the censorship of Hollywood in general is the increasing amount of violence seen throughout its growth. It's evident with these two clips from Rio Bravo and Unforgiven. A noticeable difference in these two films is the sets themselves. Where Rio Bravo was shot noticeably on a backlot and sound stages or on Warner Brothers, Unforgiven is shot almost entirely on location in Alberta, Canada.
In 1991, we proceeded to go up to Alberta, Canada, and film it. I had fallen in love with Alberta on various ski trips. Thought it'd be a nice place to do this film.
Also, the roles that women played in these films changed greatly, from barmaids and poker players in Rio Bravo to the prostitutes in Unforgiven, banding together to get revenge on those who cut up a fellow girl. The sexuality of women in Westerns has also shown a significant change.
Alice and Silky been giving them free ones.
I see.
In the times of Rio Bravo, women were only allowed to show a little skin in scenes. However, in Unforgiven, women are having sexual scenes in full graphic. Another aspect of the business side of the changing of Westerns was the move from single studios making a picture to the more common joint venture where 2 or more studios share in the costs of making a picture and the splitting the profits from the box office sales. This was because of the rising costs that it took to make these period pieces. The decline of interest in the genre, from over 30 Westerns in 1959 to a little over 10 in 1992. Even though the Western has seen a decline in popularity over the years, they will never die out. For as long as the West is a place where people can reinvent themselves, this mystic and mythology will always draw people to the plains and ranges.
Purple light in the canyon, that's where I long to be.